Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm SonOfMowgef. What day is it? It's Thursday. That's the day it is, and I'm playing Ecosystem. So yeah, I've been leaving this running for a while since last week, and things have come along quite nicely. They've made these little bold patches here in the center, but the hydrilla that I've put down is spread out like really well. I think I put that down at like the end of last week. You can see this is where all the primary plants that I put down, I forget what they're called. It's not primary plants, but they've spread out. You can see like almost right to the edge of the map, which is awesome. We've still a little bit low on the actual animal population, and there's not a hell of a lot of variety in the plants. It's just two types of hydrilla, the pondweed and is that grasswrack, pondweed, and the Amazon sword plant. And of course the hydrilla that I love so much. But I figure we can put some more plants down since, you know, the fish seem to have made this little area here. Gives me a little space to, you know, add a little bit of variety to things. I don't want to move away too much from the middle. I've been planting almost everything in the middle and letting it spread out from there, and I would very much like to continue that. I think it will make things a little bit interesting to have like levels of plants spread out. I do want to put a little bit more down, but I think I'll maybe just pop some of that down there. Just add small bits every now and again and see how things go. So it would appear that the problem I've had with my ecosystems collapsing is me. Those of you that watch my colony survival series know that I tend to have a tendency. Well done, SonOfMowgef. Good use of words. Yeah, I have this tendency to do things either not at all or in excess. And I'm going to try my best to avoid that. I just put that plant down and something ate it immediately. Hey, stupid fish. Stop eating my new plants. Eat the old plants. Just put it back down. Maybe? I don't think that actually did anything. Alright. Right. Stupid fish. No eating the new plants. Let the new plants grow. And it will be better for everybody. I'm talking to bloody simulated fish. That's the weird mood that I found myself in today. It's I am in a really weird mood as well. Like, I've been putting off recording because it's quite nice outside. If you're, you know, into warm weather, and people apparently are into that, and they're being very loud, so I've like put off recording so I don't have tons of background noise going on. And as soon as I was like, yeah, it's quiet enough to record, everybody started making noise again. It's like there's a little signal that goes off that alerts the entire neighborhood into a state of loudness every time I record. So yeah, it's put me in a bit of a weird mood. But I think what I'm going to do, since I've put some new plants down roughly in the middle here, you can see most of the fish are actually in the middle. There is like this weird bold spot over here I could maybe put something down in. Maybe some new plants on a SonOfMowgef. I'll get some seagrass. Oh god, I'm a bit wary about the plankton considering what happened last time, but I think I can just spend some of these points that I've gathered up. And in fact, I've probably got enough to unlock everything. Let me go ahead and just do that. You do unlock things in this game really very quickly. It's somewhat ridiculous, but again, it is a reasonably new game. It's only had one major update since it was released. Oh, apparently I don't. Huh. That's okay. So let me find something that I can put down in this little space and see if I can add a little variety to the ecosystem without doing too much. I need to keep my brain in check. Oh god, dare I put some kelp down? I might actually put some kelp down. What other plants have I got here? I could put some of the seagrass down. That doesn't tend to be too invasive. Yeah, why not? I can put maybe a bit here and a little bit over there. I think that'll be cool for now. What I do also want to do is add some actual, wildlife. I don't want to do it too close to the middle. Maybe I'll do it over here. So if I do what I did before, I'll just do one blip of foragers and one blip of predators. And then I'll leave it running for a bit and we'll see how that goes. I think this is a simple concept that even my feeble brain can follow. If I just go like that, and then you have to move away. Yes, the noise was necessary. Leave me alone. And do another boom there. I am tempted to add something else to here. This is a little bit of a bold patch, but again, I don't really want to do too much. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to resist. I'm going to be a good MowGef, and I'm not going to do too much all at once. Like this, adding most of the new things to this center section is actually kind of an interesting idea because they spread outwards from here. So if you imagine like I know it's not like the dead center, but it will spread out around. And then when I add more, that'll spread out. So, some of this stuff will remain and some of the new stuff will take over. And hopefully, especially like on the outskirts, we might end up with like a good mix. At least I'm hoping, because we've only got like the Amazon plants here and the rackweed. The only other thing that I'd planted recently enough to have spread anywhere is the hydrillas, and they have been doing pretty well. You can see like they are slowly spreading out and starting to mix, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave this for a little while just to run and change and adapt and like do its thing. I think I was looking at it sort of like this. It doesn't feel right, but this will do. Yeah, so I'm going to let this run for a little while, and I'll, bring you guys back, and we'll go over a few of the changes, and we'll do a little rinse and repeat until I feel like I've done what needs to be done, or I want to move on and try something else. I do want to do a thing that's absolutely ridiculous in the sense that I want to just like make a map that's got an abundance of plant life everywhere and a good mix of different things, and then spawn some animals in and just pump these mutation rates all the way to the max just to see what it does. It's me. I need to do something ridiculous every now and again because, that's just the way my brain works apparently. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, it's about time I brought everybody back. It's actually been a good couple of hours, believe it or not. Things have developed quite nicely. Let's have a swim around. I did notice this big, like, bold patch that's here. And here, and there's another one, like, developing there. You can see them when I get rid of the terrain. And most of the fishes seem to have gathered over here. As you can see, they just kind of like this area. Let's have a look just to see what we've got here. So we've got these guys who are not new, but they are horrifying. Oh god, don't swim at me, please. Just stay where you are. I think they're one of the foragers. We've got these guys who are also foragers. Like, everything in this game is a weird shape. Kinda like it. Everything also has this weird tendency to swim upside down. We've got these guys. Oh god, he's having a real issue. Maybe that wasn't the best example. There we go. And again, everything is a weird shape. These are apparently the predators. I'm not even sure how they do anything, but every now and again when I'm, you know, AFKing and have everything on double speed, you can just see one of these guys go rocketing past. It's quite funny. And then we've got these guys. And I mean, where is the head on this guy, do you think? It's there. Like I honestly thought like this was the body and this little bit was the head and like this was like a fin. But you can see like the head is there sideways. It's got these two little fins here. And this is the entire rest of it? What the actual hell? So let's have a look, see how the actual ecosystem is doing. The plant life over here seems to be quite dominated by this one species. This stuff, and I forget immediately what it's called. It's the curly leaf pondweed. Sure. We got some of the... Is that the seaweed? There's some hydrilla over here. It is becoming slightly more diverse. It's just... Look at this big open patch that's here. I'm kind of tempted to dunk something in here and just see how that develops. I know that I've been putting things like roughly here and letting them spread out from the middle, but this is close enough, right? I also said I wasn't going to do anything too quickly, but I kind of feel like it would be interesting to add some stuff here. Have a look. Oh, you know what I could do? Hang on a minute, I've got points to spend. Let's get that spent first. Especially considering that I don't think that I have many of these left. Like, you unlock things quite quickly. There we go. Yeah, so I can put down maybe some red and blue coral here. See if we can have like a little coral reef going on. That might be nice. It does well with moving plankton, but I'm not ready to deal with the plankton thing again. Maybe I'll just put a little patch there. And a little patch like there. And just see how that spreads out, if at all. But I keep ending up with these little bold patches of not really much stuff going on, and it is tempting to fill them up. I might leave this one to see if it'll, you know, regenerate itself. The fish seem to be migrating around quite often, and I would like to give them a chance to do that without my interference, which we've assessed at this point is quite disastrous for the ecosystem as a whole. It's yeah. My influence has apparently been very destructive in the past. Speaking of which, I do want to save this and flip over briefly to our beach level. You remember last week I made some changes to that, quite drastic ones actually. I used the tool to cull every species on the map to see if the plants would recuperate. Let's fly over there and have a look. Okay, so here we are on the beach map. As I mentioned, I got rid of all of the life, the animal life, and you can see things have actually recovered fairly well. It's been a slow-ish process, but things have been growing and spreading out and replenishing somewhat. Again, this stuff over here, this honeycomb coral, just never needed any help at all, ever. It was just mad from beginning to end. But I guess you can tell from between last week and this week that I let it run for a while, and it's been going surprisingly well. This is how I ascertained that the biggest problem with any ecosystem is apparently me doing too much too quickly. This place was rampant with fishes and whatnot, so I guess the ecosystem itself couldn't keep up with the abundance of life, like eating it. I guess it needs time to restore and replenish and rebound, or other words that begin with re. Yeah, look. All this blue coral over here just chilling out. Yeah, I'm quite happy. The experiment actually did prove something. It's a little bit embarrassing that the problem with the ecosystem was me, but I think most people expected that to be the case. Well, yeah, I'm going to leave things there for this week's episode of Ecosystem. I'm going to let the other one, and probably this one as well, I want to see if this one will bounce back fully. So I'm going to let them run for a little while longer and say I'll come back next week, maybe add a little bit more, and see how that addition of coral that we've added goes. And if that goes well, I'll add a little bit more. I'm really struggling not to just go mad and put a ton of things all over the place, because apparently that's the issue. So yeah, comments down in the comments section if you have them. I'm always interested in reading those, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already done that. For those of you that don't know, I'm in a very good mood recently. The channel has got up over 800 likes, which is insane to me, but also amazing and awesome, and it's all thanks, mostly in thanks to all the people that support me and my content and my channel, and I'm very, very thankful for all that. So you guys are wicked awesome. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's Thursday. This is Ecosystem. I'm SonOfMowgef. Come back tomorrow for Oxygen Not Included, because that's another thing that I can absolutely mess up. Which I haven't messed it up big time yet, but I feel like it's, I'm on the verge. So definitely keep an eye on that, because I dare say disaster will strike at some point.